All right, I have unmuted us. See, I remembered this time. Thank you, everyone, for coming along and joining us for another lovely episode of Rise of Nyarlathotep. Are we frozen on the Twitch thing?
Uh,
I don't think so.
I like
No,
no.
the idea that you're thawing us from ice every time we start.
Yeah.
it's
Like,
good. Oh,
just
we're
like,
all good.
we gotta move everybody just a little
Okay,
bit.
it's always good to sort out these technical difficulties live.
You're good.
So yes, last time we had quite a hectic session as you were all dragged into this wild town that was supposed to be very orderly. It was everything was supposed to go very smoothly, but you did not have an easy time. But before we hop all in, let's just go around the table and introduce ourselves in case there's anyone new hopping in. I am Lucas. My pronouns are he, him. I will be the dungeon master, probably Chip again at some point, and every other weird NPC that comes along. And we'll move on to Ian.
Hi everyone, my name is Ian. I'll be playing Weary. They them pronouns for Weary, he him pronouns for me, and Weary is a just an all around anxious artificer goblin.
Meg.
There we go. Hi, my name is Meg. My pronouns are she and they. I am playing Alora, the other anxious character of our what were we? The Randos crew. Oh, I forgot to make the sign. Dang it.
Mm.
Next time. Yeah, next time. I am a godling druid and still debating on giving her asthma or not because of this race. We'll see what happens.
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing not GIF. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm playing Glyph, the uh, automaton rogue.
Eve.
Hello. I am Eve, she, her, and I'm playing TK, the Goblin Enhanced, also she, her.
And Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason. Pronouns he, him. Same for Kratok, who is a Plumerian bard.
And we also have Michelle joining us, working the sound in the background and making sure I stay sane. Michelle's pronouns are just Michelle. And so, last time we left off, our heroes had freshly stepped off the boat after the Great Dwarven Incident of 2021. We had gone out to find the wonders of funnel cake after smelling something that was just too good to pass up. We had encountered a few strange individuals, mainly Chip, Dorvin's apparent best friend and all around just guy he hung out with, it seemed. And then we also got the heroes signed up. They signed up completely at random. The chances of them all being on the same team as TK37 was trying to make sure this didn't happen. And what do you know? Super happenstance, but they all ended up on the same team. And from there, our heroes got ushered. They met the We're Sorry group. They got shifted along more and more and more until eventually they were sitting there at this race, this at this town square. They didn't know what was going on. It was a little hectic as they were there, and that cat, that fancy that signed them up, he had a little pistol that he was aiming at the sky and was going over a few rules like you cannot have been a tree at any time. Unfortunately, one of the members of the halfling crew had lied about this and exploded all over the area. Don't lie about being a tree ever. That's just a tip for real life. And from there, they saw that the objective of this race would be to chase after a mechanical rabbit. This automata looks a little strange. Its legs are kind of like springy cords that are a little loose with blocks for its feet. For its face, it's one large white light that's quite like bright, and it has this like mechanical classic robot chomper with these little claw hands, and its ears look like they're almost like little satellite dishes. And they said that this automata is holding the prize, which was a cube that you have to get from this creature. But just before they were able to start this race, as our poor group, the randos, were trying to figure out what they should do, something happened, which we will lead right into. Glyph, the entire area around you goes completely dark. You are surrounded by an impenetrable darkness, and as you look to the left, you look to the right, you turn back, and you see standing in front of you is this 9-foot-tall being, Morgus, the demigod of night. You had seen them before for just a second. You thought it might have just been a glitch, but it looks like this has been confirmed. You take a look around your surroundings, and none of your companions are near you. And Morgus starts creeping down slowly. Now, for those new to the stream, I'm going to hold up this little mind flare when something creepy happens that might be a little gross for people. I'll try my best. Sometimes I forget because I've been doing this stuff for so long. The neck of Morgus suddenly starts snapping and cracking, elongating. You watch as the face of Morgus, this pallid mask with cracks in it set in this permanent smile, slowly comes down, and it's now face to face with you as one of their long gangly limbs reaches out towards you. And let's see if I can get this thing working.
Why are you wearing my face?
Okay, so Glyph looks and it's just darkness and this thing in front of them. And they say, everyone was wearing your face.
And you see Morgus slithers a little closer to you, and now it's uncomfortable. And when you feel the breath, you think this should be coming from the mask on Morgus' face, but you feel the breath is coming from underneath these tattered robes that cover most of Morgus' body.
No. You steal faces. You're wearing mine. Are you mocking me?
No. And when Glyph's voice kind of cracks, there's kind of like a metallic digital edge to it. It doesn't sound like their normal voice. I've seen your I've seen the candles and the idols to you in the dark places. I would never mock you.
Why do you not wear your own?
Because I don't have one. The one I have is not, it was given to me, but I don't want it.
Morgus reaches towards you, this long double, it has like 2 different spots for joints in the arm. It's coming forward, and it goes to grab onto your shoulder. You feel something slip out of one of your many pockets, and you watch as that alabaster mask on you falls to the ground. And Morgus sees this and shrieks. This just reverberates through you. You feel all your inner parts vibrating as it steps away.
Disgusting. Filthy disgusting. You steal it. You stole them.
And the darkness is suddenly gone. And you hear 2, 3. And the trigger is pulled on a pistol. I'm glad that voice mod worked. You see around you, like everybody, Glyph, like nobody is reacting to anything that happened to you. Your mask is still on the ground. Everyone's about to launch. It's like almost like bullet time.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be jumping into a skill challenge for this race. So for those of you not, for those of you who don't know about skill challenges, basically what it is it's a way to add a lot more of a cinematic feel to an event. So what we do is we set up hard DCs for to complete pretty much any task within the realm of reason. So usually it's 2 or 3 rounds. So like the first round will be DC 11 for us, and then DC 12, then 13. In order to move on to the next rounds, it's either you get 2 successes or 2 failures. So we're going to be doing an initiative and going around. But for the skill challenge, basically it's like you're in this situation. Like for instance, right now we're in this race. So you can really add in your own creativity. It's kind of like stepping into the DM seat a little. So you can add in, say like, well, I see a barrel to the left of me and there's a bunch of oil into it. So I want to grab it and try to throw it down onto the ground to make people slip. Just like you can kind of add in that extra little bit. And if you want to use your weapons, spells, or items, you can also do that. We'll find the appropriate skill to go along with. So let's roll initiative.
Be an 11 for me.
So this is the second time that we've rolled initiative, and it's the second time that I've gotten a 12.
If you get it a third time, you know what happens.
We call it a hat trick.
Go directly to jail. Do
Oh,
not
no.
pass go.
That's
Do not
right.
collect $200.
I got a clean, not great 7. So my dice luck continues. But I guess you all would know about that. I have bad dice luck. I should have said that before I started the campaign. I'm sorry.
19.
A nat 1 for a resounding 5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Glyph is not in the zone.
An 11.
What I'm gonna do is as I start to run, I sort of am just I'm not the most I'm not out of shape, but I'm not in shape either. I'm kind of just there. And I start to try and like I kind of just start jogging a little because oh god, I haven't run in a long time. What is this? And I'm jogging, and as I can see like the Dragonborn's team coming, I'm just gonna toss my hair clip that I have. That's a little plant, and use it to cast mold earth. And so it chooses a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range and fits within a 5-foot cube. So they're close enough that I basically end up throwing them into a trench. So the next step that the Dragonborn goes, it's sort of just the dirt slips under them and just sinks. It's almost like quicksand.
Oh, I like it.
And they all just kind of tumble and trip and get stuck there, and I just keep running. And as I'm going back, my flower, if anyone actually pays attention to what's happening, will just kind of come back to, like, it just shows back up, kind of like almost grows back on into my hair and holds it back in place. And I just keep like just jogging. I'm just there.
Nice. So go ahead and let's say roll a spell attack for that one. Sorry, everyone. I didn't see. I don't know how my mic got muted, but basically, I was just explaining the skill challenge once more. Did everyone hear the initial description of the skill challenge, or was I muted for that?
We heard you.
Yeah, I know we heard you, and your
Yeah.
captioner is still picking it up. So
Okay, well, at least there's that.
I've had that happen more than once. I forget to unmute, but my caption will still pick it up. So I got a 16.
Awesome. So you do this, the ground suddenly just opens up, and this Dragonborn was getting ready to jump forward, and suddenly just she slips and falls like flat on her face as her other two companions are ready to race. And we go from Alora to TK.
Okay, so I'm caught between two things. Do I do the easy thing that I should save for my more difficult challenge parts, or should I just go ahead and try it now and try to win this thing in one move? And I think I'm going to try to win this thing in one move.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't work, I've got a couple other things. So yeah, TK is just going to thrust her hand forward and use my ability thrust to grab everything in the general vicinity of that rabbit and pull it towards me. An attempt to just grab the rabbit and yank it right at me.
All right. Roll to manipulate your powers.
See, do I add anything with that?
It would be your proficiency in Constitution.
Okay.
Jason, is your camera going a little wonky?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay.
So that would be a 21.
So how does this look as you're tearing everything towards you?
All right. So her powers are not precise. So essentially, she's creating a wall of force and just slamming it down in front of the rabbit and yanking it backwards. So
Okay.
every like all the bits of rocks and dirt and everything else in the way of that is also getting yanked back.
So you see TK is just like shifting and pulling towards, just with open hands. She's just dragging forward, and you watch as you're all like starting to get ready to get moving, and this wall of invisible force is just pushing towards, and this little rabbit, it has this little like, oh no, as it's looking at this wall of force coming towards it, and it's trying to bounce out of the way, but it's not fast enough. And there's a few of the other contestants who are actually getting really close to the rabbit really fast. You see like the little other bunny person and the other tiefling, they're almost there, and they just end up getting knocked back by this wall of force. And then so now this rabbit is only about like 5 feet away from TK as it's starting to panic. And Weary, something is clicking in your mind. You're looking at this automata and you're like, I've read something about these, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Okay. Would you like me to like see if I can figure it out or like
Yeah.
roll for something?
Give
Okay.
me I guess Knowledge Arcana would be the closest.
That's good. I have a +6 to that. That's a nat 1.
You had it. You were like, there's something really dangerous about this thing. What? And then you just like, you got lost because you suddenly saw that wall of force, and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
TK can do that.
Yeah, no, I think it's more. It's similar to the whole like, man, that was the one day I missed in class. I had really bad heat stroke that day, and like normally I'm resistant to that sort of thing, but it really took me out.
And the teacher was really stressing, like, make sure everyone shows up, because if you encounter this could mean the end of your life. You're like, I'll definitely be there. And then it's
yeah. So I just assume it's a normal danger of Port Divinarium rather than like a present danger that this bunny represents.
yeah.
Okay.
So we go to the next round of the skill challenge. So you've had 2 successes so far, which advances you to the next one, which now the DC is 12 for all actions. And we go to Kratok. So you see this little rabbit automata is right near TK, and a few people are getting stumbled back by this wall of force.
Okay. Are there any buildings close by, like where the rabbit is, roughly?
You're kind of like in an open town square area. So you'd probably be like around 25, 30 feet away from a building.
Okay. I guess like what would be like the closest tall object, like a lamppost or like a tree or something?
Yeah, I'd say there was a lamppost. You could have by you.
Okay. Kratok is gonna go fly up. He's already airborne, by the way. He's gonna go fly and kind of roost on the lamppost and be ready to just like swoop down.
Okay. Why don't you just make me either athletics or acrobatics? I'll let you decide.
Okay. That is 19 acrobatics.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's a little chaotic right now, especially with the wind that was generated from the wall of force. but you're able to fly up there with ease, and then you settle down on top of this, looking down at the whole scene of chaos. And you're up there. It gives you a great vantage point of the surrounding area. You can see that there are like almost magical barriers that have been placed around this area that like they're using it to house in so that the people who are watching the crowds don't get hurt. And you can see moving through these crowds very angrily are a number of the town guard. And we go from Kratok to Weary.
All right. So it's kind of like a mad scramble now that the wall of force has kind of like dragged stuff forward.
Yeah,
or
and people
towards
are
the group.
cheering, and that they're so
Okay.
excited about this.
All right. I think Weary kind of like runs forward and takes a beat from like having lived in a place that was very much like desert and like long stretches of movement across vast areas.
Mm.
And just realizes that like unlike the desert sands, this area, like the ground is pretty level and it's not that absorbent. So Weary takes out an earthenware jar from like this bandolier of various earthenware jars that they have on them, and then kind of shake it and toss it to the ground in front of like probably the group of like the cowboy halflings. That seems like a good call. And it shatters open, and it's my approximation of the grease spell for Weary, which would be something along the lines of like just a big oil slick that just like bursts out of this earthenware jar. It's like pressurized, so it just shoots out.
Okay. Yeah, roll it.
Sure. A spell attack.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me go ahead and just do that for you. Okay, that's much better. That's a dirty 20. That's 14 plus 6.
So you hurl this perfectly, and this grease like splashes down on these three halflings who are on their knees grieving for their fallen comrade.
I forgot they had it moved. So now they're just like slipping over themselves.
They look up like they're holding the remains like a maybe a bloody cloak or something, and they look up and suddenly this grease jar just smashes near them. They're covered in grease and they start falling into everything. It's bad. You're looking and you got so distracted by everything going on. You're like, right, they're not even running.
Oh no.
You hear the crowd like they do that. Oh.
Where it's like turns from like the normal kind of bluish gray tiefling color that they have to like there's just like a deep blue of like blushing because now they're super embarrassed.
And you hear it from the crowd. See, I told you, that's the murderer people. They just don't care about anything. That's the randos.
It's self-defense.
I'm not. I'm just running towards the rabbit.
So you hurl this grease, and this wall of force is still pulling forward, and a lot of people are having a hard time. But now you see that particularly the one armored knight and the half-orc woman are starting to make it pretty close to this rabbit and to TK. And TK, you're the one who's the closest to this thing as you watch. Its face starts snapping and clicking as its jaw unhinges and lowers. And you see the light in its eyes is starting to fade, and there's now a light being generated in its mouth as there's a very loud humming noise. And we move on, because I believe that was 2 more successes to the third part of this skill challenge. So now you're at the point where everyone is converging in on this point. This large rock troll is reaching over TK. There's like this half-orc jumping forward. This knight's running there. The halflings are just on the ground. The dragonborn is having a hard time getting out of this sinkhole that's been made, and we go to Glyph.
Yeah, Glyph's having a bad time. That just happened. And everything's back into reality, and in front of them on the ground is their alabaster mask. And they're just like, what am I doing? And then just looks up for a split second and sees Laura, where are you? Where are you, like close to the kerfuffle, or?
No, I think I'm still a few feet ahead because I just kind of immediately went running while everyone else kind of just like didn't.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Alora's like, this is a race. Just starts
Yeah,
moving.
Alora's like, you told me to run, I'm running.
Yeah.
Okay, so human-ish Alora is off running. Does this other automaton rabbit, does it look like it's like gears and steam and
Yeah, definitely.
cranks?
It looks
Okay,
like it's definitely been repaired many times, and like pieces
Okay.
have been replaced. But you get a feeling that this automata probably doesn't have the free will bug that you have.
Okay. Okay. Since everyone's like going for it and it's all pushing forward, I want to jump up, scoop up my other mask, and Glyph is very like slim. I want to like baseball dive under everybody and get it. Try to get the rabbit.
All right, do that acrobatics. The DC is 13.
I got a 17. Yay.
So
I rolled a 13.
You slide underneath this rock troll, who's fairly big, around 7 feet tall. They're hunched form, they're reaching over, and you slide just past TK. There's like that split second where you're both looking at each other, and then you keep on sliding past, and you're right near this rabbit now. And this little rabbit automata, its mouth is cranked open. You see there's a light in there, and you feel an immense heat coming from that light. You think this is probably a self-defense mechanism.
Okay.
So we will go from Glyph to the top of the round. Alora. So Alora, you're jogging forward. You're like, okay, jogging is a thing. And then you look back and everyone else is basically going into this dog pile.
Yeah. How far away am I from the objective, I guess?
Probably only like 15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna just I look back and I'm like, what? And I just stop running and I just turn around and I'm like, guys? And I just kind of walk at that point because I'm like, wait, what's happening? Like, I generally am just like, I'm running my mind, I am focused. This is, you told me to run and get the thing, I'm getting the thing. And so I just kind of keep running after that. I'm like, well, I guess I'll get it then, and just keep running. So I guess athletics.
Sure, we'll see if you can make your way through this crowd of people.
For a math. For a 17.
That makes it. So you are running, and you push past. There's this half fork in this night, and you just kind of like scooch between them perfectly, and then just shove past them, and they stumble back into each other. And now it's you, TK, and Glyph have this rabbit cornered, and its mouth is vibrating. And TK, I will give you one chance to do something quick as you see this beam is about to go off.
Might help if I unmute. TK takes her jug of Kilgore's best
Mm-hmm.
and does like a little volleyball serve with it, and then blasts it with her slam power to just try and shoot it directly at the head of this rabbit.
I love it. Roll it.
Yeah, that would be a 19 total.
So you go and you spike this towards the rabbit, and it just as its beam was starting to go off right towards the three of you, as you're like, oh no. And this jug of Kilgore's best, they make the jug strong because just the contents would eat right through the jug. And it clanks right onto the rabbit's head, which like twists it to the side. This beam fires off. It like goes in this arc, and you watch as it goes through the rock troll, through the tiefling, and through the knight as they just collapse to the ground. And then you start hearing whistles, and you look, because you were all very involved in this thing, aside from Kratok. Kratok, you were watching from up there, but basically the crowd has been dispersing at a very rapid rate as now the guards have replaced the crowd. And you now have the rabbit. The three of you grab on. You have the rabbit, and it's like trying to get out of there. And this small thing, it's about the size of a Rubik's cube. This white cube like pops out of it, pops out of this chest compartment and falls to the ground. And we are out of the skill challenge.
Snatch that cube and stash it.
So you are all, you're looking around like, hey, we got the cube. So there are 3 more bodies on the ground. People are panicking. People are shouting. You see the barrier that was put up originally by the race runners. It just gets taken down. And now you can properly hear the sounds as guards are like coming closer. You see the little cat that was originally running this whole thing, like yowls. Its fur all goes on end, and it tries running, and exactly. And they grab the cat by the scruff of the neck as it's like trying to swing around. They're holding it at arm's length. And you see like medic teams are rushing in to deal with the wounded and people, and what is even happening here? You see this one Luminous Guard comes forward. Their being is made completely out of like this pure energy, and they have this silver armor on. They have this insignia that looks like the symbol of divination magic on their armor, and they just come up, and like a number of the other guards are like trying to like check on things, and this one particular Luminous Guard comes up to the group of you. What is happening here? What is all this?
We won
You won what?
the race.
Did you start this race?
No, that cat did.
That damn cat. This is the 3rd year in a row. Why are we just letting that cat out every time?
You let the cat out of the bag.
I'm sorry. This race wasn't supposed. This was not a thing. Oh my goodness. 4 people died this year.
This was a thing. I did the race. I want my money.
Money?
Yeah. The 2,000 that I'm owed. Where's that cat?
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Was this for the celebration, the big job that was put up?
Yes, at the Funnel Cake Festival.
Oh. Okay. Well, that job in particular wasn't originally supposed to be put up yet. This whole thing was supposed to happen tomorrow. It was going to be a fun, family-friendly event with no exploding rabbits or people or... Oh my god.
I had fun.
Did any of you see a cube? This cat stole a cube?
No.
I will need a bluff, or what is it, a deception check for that one.
All right, here you go. I'm very good at bluff. I'll have you know.
Just from TK or from all 3
From
of us?
all of us.
Anyone who wants to say no.
Okay,
I'll
well,
vote.
actually, I rolled a 16 minus 1, so a 15. It's not terrible.
Okay.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Oh my god, Weary's not gonna try to lie, so I don't think Weary's just gonna look around like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on?
I'm just
Alora's
watching
just
from
gonna
on high.
grab like your hand, Weary, and just be like,
Okay.
"No, we
Okay.
didn't see anything. We picked up this bunny looking thing, and it opened its mouth, but then nothing came out. And I was the money supposed to come out of the rabbit's mouth?
No, this was also stolen from the Adventurers Guild. This poor thing. Oh my, this is kind of like a mascot of theirs. Oh, wow. Oh, look at it. It looks rough. It's really scratched
A
up.
little bit. We're sorry.
Hit it in the head with a barrel.
Okay, that's why the neck is kinked. Okay, please. Are you all from Port Divinarium? Are you visiting?
Yes,
No.
I am a native here.
I'm not. I'm very confused. Was this not a sanctioned adventuring event?
No, no.
Oh,
Originally there was going to be a nice family friendly event where everyone could
Uh-huh.
compete in like a scavenger hunt. There was going to be clues. It was
Oh.
going to be a really nice. Nobody was going to die. And when you finally found the cube, the cube is needed for the quest, and if you get that, then you could take it to the Adventurers Guild and you can sign up with things.
So that's what we do if we find the cube.
Yeah, wherever this cat hid it, I mean, I don't know where it is right now.
I'll keep my eyes out. Do you think that they would have, say, a 2,000 gold reward for finding the cube?
That definitely is a portion of the whole thing going on with the Adventurers Guild. That when you accept the quest, that is the upfront payment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
like-
where did you say we have to go to turn this back in? We can look for it. I'm sure it would help kind of clear our name of being murderers. For some reason, people are
What?
convinced we kill people, and like
Did
we don't.
Did you?
Unless it's like self-defense.
No.
TK just slaps Alora's like thigh and is like, shut up.
No, we're perfectly normal and we abide by your laws, however confusing they might be.
Okay, normally this place is a well-oiled cog. Like this doesn't happen. The murder is very rare here. This damn cat keeps escaping and just causing all sorts of issues. It really started when those weirdos, fucking Dorvin and Chip came to town. It's just been nothing but problems ever since.
What do you wait? Dorvin?
Oh yeah, what a troublemaker. Just super charismatic. Everyone likes him and just gets people to do these weird events, and it's just problem after problem.
Were Dorvin and the cat like cohorts, or I?
I'm not sure. It's very possible. This cat often is. Eventually, they were originally an event planner, and do you know what happens? You be an event planner for a few years, and you either live long enough to become that real evil event planner, or you get out of the game while you still can.
Oh.
Glyph hasn't said anything because they've been looking really hard at the mechanical rabbit. But when this guard says, "Oh yeah, you know about event planning," Glyph's like,
"See, this person gets
nodding.
Okay, so if I could just get some information from you, because we're questioning everyone. I know you didn't set this thing up, but you were clearly participants in some weird, dangerous blood game. Okay, so can you tell me how you got signed up for this?
The cat.
Yeah. So like, are they swinging a sign to entice you? Yeah.
We were told there was a 2,000 gold prize.
I mean, they weren't wrong, but
and the cat did mention that they would burn our names for free, which, looking back now, does strike me as incredibly suspicious. But I don't know if that helps
that's
your
exactly
report.
what I wanted.
Well, yes, some of us are pro burning our names on lists. Others are neutral at best. Also, the halfling should be kept away from open flames for the next 10 minutes.
Oh God. Okay. Keep away from open flames. Okay. So did you check to see how did this race seem legit to you? Was it just the money that you just saw the money? And
he was twirling a sign.
Was twirling a sign. Well,
he's standing out there for like 2 hours, just yelling about it. So I mean,
that's
this
fair.
Is our fault. This
and
is y'all really dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's.
And other teams signed up too. It wasn't just the randos. It was,
okay, so
it was like
made it seem legit.
Adventuring teams.
Oh, Team 8. Oh my God. Yeah, they lost 2 people. Well, Bywood, you know, they can afford it. They'll replace it. You know it is. It's unfortunate. You know, the adventuring game. It's a numbers game to a lot of these corporations.
I don't know much about the adventuring game, but I'll keep that in mind.
It's dangerous, right? High mortality. Yeah, I mean, think about it. You go grab like an armor, some weapons, and you go out and you go into a cave thinking there might be some loot here, and there's a dragon and it eats not dragon, and there's some giant worm and it eats you. You know,
Oh.
like these things happen.
Oh.
Okay, so it looks basically like what happened last year. The cat managed to wrangle a lot of people, and you know the classic thing when you go on to hold signs who go on to hold many great things, that they use that against people. Okay, I'm very sorry. Normally the town is so much better than this. People don't really die from our events.
I don't know. Everybody seemed really into it.
Well, you know civilians, when there's like a blood game going on, and everyone just kind of like lets go of the moral holdings they have and they just dive right into it.
That's incredibly reductive of the general populace.
You're new to the Arcanium.
Those halflings
Gab.
just weeping in the background. Just
Yeah,
They're not enjoying themselves.
No, they're not. Oh god, no, the participants. Okay, this is very helpful. We can definitely use this to convict this damn cat, because we can't keep having this happen. Oh, I gotta write up some condolence letters for families. All right. Okay, thank you very much. And remember, if you see that cube, bring it back to the Adventurers Guild. I'm sure they'll be very happy to have that cube. It's not too far away from here. It's like, you go 4 blocks that way, 5 blocks to the left, and you keep going straight. You'll see a weird swirly fountain. You want to turn left at the swirly fountain, and you'll see a large building that says Adventurers Guild on it.
okay. As I guess he's starting to walk away, and Glyph has just been staring at this rabbit thing that he's taking with him, right?
Yeah, you still have it. It's not really doing anything.
And Glyph is like, Constable,
Hmm?
who made this fabulous contraption?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of the automata that we find, often they're dug up or they're found in like old sites where we try to keep them running and maybe add things onto them, but I don't think people really make them.
Oh. Okay, and Glyph kind of deflates at that.
You might have better luck asking someone at the Adventurers Guild. There's a lot of worldly people there.
I think Lucas is trying to hint at somewhere for us to
we'll
go.
Now you don't
No, we
have to.
wait till he leaves. We wait till he leaves, and we
Yeah.
pretend to look for the cube. We're just kind of kicking
Mhm.
around, like, oh, where could it be?
Lift
And
up
then
this.
once he's out of
No.
Maybe
sight,
it's by the churro stand.
Weary's not looking because Weary saw us pocket it. So they're just looking around like, what? Is this a... Do we have to keep up appearances? The person's gone.
I'm
but
leaving.
once they're gone, yes, we should take the cube to the Adventurers Guild.
Yes, I'm going to go get my money.
Our
And then
money.
I'm going to find a nice, comfortable bed and sleep for 2 days.
Our
money.
As the officer walks away, Kratok slowly soars down. To join the rest of the party after all this time.
We'll split it 70-30.
Yeah, because the 70 will go to us. Actually,
No,
that's still
that's
too
7.
much. You would get 20%.
What if we just split it
I
equally?
did most of the work.
Yeah,
I'm the
we're
one
all-
that made it come to us. And then I took it out. I get the most.
We
She
pick our
starts walking.
percentages.
I just don't think it's
I also
fair.
have the cube.
Yeah.
TK, you have this cube. You're
Yeah.
holding it in your like. Do you kind of like take it out? You're holding it in your hand once the guard leaves.
No, she literally just holds it up when
Yeah.
she says I have the cube.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
No. Not falling off the desk. That would be a 16.
So you pull your hand away just in time, and like it falls to the ground. You saw it had a little needle shoot out and then go back in. Like it was almost trying to like just get a little bit of blood.
It's like trying to stick me. She's gonna pick it up like in between two fingers at either corner and try to get like a closer look at the needle.
Yeah, you see it. It's like slowly poking out towards your needle, and it looks like it's definitely like it's trying to draw blood. Like you can hear like almost a little as it's like trying to like suck air in.
Have I ever seen any kind of weird trap like that?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, that is a 6 plus nothing. 6, no.
Not really, no.
Perhaps the professionals at the Adventuring Guild will know what this is. Oh, of course they will. It was stolen from them.
Yeah, she's just gonna like hold it out in front of her like it's dirty or something.
Oh, I'm gonna take off like my little like hood and basically just be like, you can put it in here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll
And then we
bundle
can just,
up
like,
and we'll just
wrap
like
it,
hold
yeah, and then just like put it in a bag.
It is safely contained.
Safe is relative. It's contained.
Who's gonna be holding on to the cube?
Glyph has very thick gloves on. Glyph will take it.
Okay.
Run off with that. That's mine.
Also, I don't have any blood. So good luck.
I was just trying to picture like Kritok holding it with their like feather tips.
Their hands.
These
Talk
talons
shall not be burdened by such things.
But yeah,
That's fair.
we'll carry it like that to past the weird fountain.
past the swirly
Swirly
fountain.
fountain.
Yeah, to the left of it.
You know, when the city's not in complete cat-related chaos, it's actually very nice to look at.
There are.
It's too bright.
Oh, I found a squiggly fountain. Was it the squiggly fountain that we had to go past?
That was a swirly.
Are
Oh,
those the same?
You do see
No.
this
No,
fountain
squiggly
has.
is like back and forth. Swirly is like a circle.
You see the water it's going, it's defying gravity and like shooting through like weird designs as it like, sprays at the top and goes back to the bottom of it. And there's some people sitting near this fountain. It has like little seating area around it. Everywhere you're going, there's some level of festivity. Some streets are a lot quieter than others, but it seems like everywhere's been fairly well decorated, and people are in good spirits. And you can hear like the odd muttering, like some people like, "Oh, were they in the race?" And like, I don't know. It's like they're walking past and looking at all of you with your sashes on that say the randos. I like the captions for randos. It was an R and O.
TK is going to like notice people pointing her out as being one of the racers, and then remember the sash and just tear it off and drop it. She drops it on that one gnome that she stole the straw from.
Yeah, she's sitting near the fountain, and you throw the sash, and it goes on, and I'm like, "Hey!"
I think Weary jumps up real quick and like takes the sash and goes, "I'm so sorry," and just really quickly takes out some tools and casts a little mending on it and just like puts it in the bag, and then takes off their own sash and puts it in the bag as well.
I thought you were going to mend it and put it back on.
Put it back on the gnome. There you go. That's
now
more
you're
like
a
it.
rando.
No, this is the unfortunate start of Weary's hoarding of small and strange things. So, for the eventual scrapbook,
You never know. It could be a very handy thing in the future.
I have 2 rando sashes.
Okay, so you're going to navigate this city with very quick instructions given to you. Why doesn't somebody roll me a survival?
Oh, I got a nat 20. So 23.
Nice.
Never mind. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I'm actually
like
the skill of that.
Glyph heard that vague description from the guard and immediately was like, "Oh, like I know exactly where to go."
So you have this perfect memory of what you need to do. You start going through the different streets. You're like, okay, yeah, we're supposed to go up 3 streets here, turn here, go 5 there, and eventually you make it to this very large building. It has the Adventuring Guild written on it with like this brass lettering. You see that there is this large set of double doors. There is a lot of decorations around here. There are like there's a little kiosk that's set outside. Some people are coming by and going like, "Oh, I've thought about adventuring, never really." And they're like, "Well, let me tell you why adventuring is for you." And it's like that, the whole classic, like, come check out our company. We're not dangerous people, and we're gonna just send you on dangerous jobs. And so the front doors to this place are open, and you see there the odd persons coming in and out.
Well, I mean, Glyph's just gonna. This is where we're supposed to go, so Glyph's just gonna go in there.
You-
TK is right there next to Glyph, making sure that
We're gonna get our money.
cube does not get out of her sight.
So you're marching in there, and you see that there is just a number of people in here that seem to be working for the Adventurers Guild. They look very stressed. There's a few people like looking at a map of the town at one table. It's kind of like a very open area. They have a front desk set up for people coming into the guild. You see there are a lot of boards set up alongside walls that have like quests on them. Like it's just like people like stick pieces of paper on it saying like, my nephew was turned into a slug. Please can somebody help me? He's eaten half the house. And just normal everyday things like that. And you see like there are a number of tables set up for people to sit at. There's a bar that's set up at the far back that you see some armored individuals are sitting near, and they're getting a drink. And you see there's just a very, very stressed out looking tiefling woman is sitting at the kiosk at the front as you're walking in.
Glyph will walk right up to her with everybody with me, and is just like, "Hello."
Oh, hi. Can I help you?
Yes, we were instructed to come here if we found this, and I will show the cube.
Oh my! And you have the rabbit.
Yes, money.
Wow, this is amazing. Oh my god. Oh, where did you find this?
There was an illegal race.
Oh, this is gonna be a PR nightmare again. Okay. Thank you so much for this. We didn't know how we were gonna get this set up. This job's so big, it's paying so well, and I mean, if this went missing or like some random group found it and they bonded to the cube with the blood magic, like, oh, that would have been just trouble.
Wait, bonded?
Blood
Yeah.
magic?
Yeah, you see the little needle, and she points to it, and you see there's this little needle that comes out, like trying to go towards her finger, but she doesn't quite reach it. You
What
see
happens if they bond?
Well, it takes your blood, and then the cube will become red, and then the job is this particular one. The client has this set up. The Zerithian Doom cube will link to you, and you'll be able to receive messages from the client, and you'll be the only person who could take this job.
This job pays a lot of money.
Oh, so much money! Yeah.
TK just takes her hand and slaps that needle.
Oh
like,
my god!
Really hard.
So you take 3 points of damage as you slap it on there, because you feel like suddenly this like pull in your arm as you watch your veins kind of like pop out a little bit on your hand and your arm.
You can literally watch her blood drain from her. That's transparent.
Yeah, and you're just staring at this cube, this furious look like, I will have this money. Some blood is draining. And the tiefling woman, she sits back, like she kind of like holds the horns on the side of her head as she's watching your blood go into this cube and slowly shifts the color to a very deep red. Okay. I shouldn't get fired from this. Yeah.
You
All
should
right.
have told me that.
Yeah.
We should get hired, right? Because
You
now
have
we have
the-
to take the job.
We.
You're hired. Okay, yeah, we can. Are you set up with the Adventurers Guild? Are you registered?
No, and I'd
No.
rather not be.
Oh my God, you're freelancers. Oh no.
Individually or as a unit?
I mean, you can register individually as you like. Most register as a unit. There are benefits, of course. You can anytime you come to a city or town with an Adventurers Guild post, you can stay for free, and there's free food and lodging, and often there's people to help you get your equipment serviced, or maybe even procure particular items that you're looking to find.
Is there a degree of anonymity?
People use nicknames. You know, honestly, as long as we have you here as something, I don't need your real name. But if you're not signed up and you're freelancers and you took this job, I will not keep my job.
Well, at that, Alora just kind of pulls her pin back and pulls out her like token essentially that marks that she's of the guild, but it's very much like I'm individually.
Mm.
But because I'm not from this region, it looks different. It has just it looks like a little succulent on a thing. It's like, well, I'm part of one sort of, but it by myself. Are you still gonna get in trouble? I really don't want you to get in trouble.
No, this works. This works. We're all a general unified collective. So I'm okay. Do you your name that you're registered under?
Alora.
Laura. Okay,
It's
and you.
Alora.
So you see, she takes this book out and sets it down, and it's just like flipping through, and you're watching as words are being written onto these pages, as she's just like scanning through, and eventually finds your name. Okay, Druid, you signed up about 2 years ago. Okay, yes, this okay. So are any of you interested in joining the Adventuring Guild?
Could I have a moment to huddle with my traveling companions off to the side for just 2 seconds?
Of course.
TK takes a
Take your time.
pamphlet.
Yeah, I think Weary kind of pulls everyone into a small circle, and I go, I feel very on the spot when I have to, because that I don't want her to get fired, obviously, but I felt very on the spot. I've been trying to find a way to basically pay for my travel so that I can find out more about alchemy and improve upon my skills and provide for others. And if it's free housing and free service and possibly help in obtaining materials, this would work very well for me in terms of the work that I would like to do. But I do think that together, and like Weird thinks back to the race and how it completely like not coordinated their efforts were. I think together we could definitely coordinate very well as a team. We just need some practice.
But
Agreed.
you're an alchemist, like a doctor.
Yes, I mean I could. I'm not.
I
really, I'm
got
not,
like this weird rash.
I
Like I have all sorts of things happening to my body that I have no idea what's going on, and I really need to get it checked out.
Oh, Weary just like flushes pale for a moment and just like tries to readjust and goes, "Oh, I can try. I'm not completely done with my training." Alora, what were you saying?
I do believe I agree with you. I think together we may be better off. I think this quest already sounds very dangerous. Uh, you already took damage from a block. I feel like between myself and Weary, we could maybe keep you not dead.
Yeah, I feel fine mostly. Like I said, it's mostly just this rash. It's itching and chafing like mad.
We can maybe help you with that, and Glyph, you could help too, and Kratok,
when
you could help. I don't know with what yet, but you could. I'm sure you could help, and I think we could work, and maybe we could name ourselves the Sodnar instead of the Randos. So we could be Sodnar.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I just
No.
really don't like randos, but we do already have the sashes. So, and
I'm
Kratok
not
can be
wearing that
useful
sash.
because remember when we were people thought that we were murderers and Kratok sang that lovely song and everyone was like, well, now I don't think they're murderers. I think that's a very valuable skill to have because it appears that most people think adventurers mostly cause problems, and I want to do the opposite of that.
Well, perhaps we can help a lot of people if we join the adventuring guild.
There are numerous
It-
benefits and no downsides. Tell me how you
There's-
can logic out not joining the Adventurers Guild.
Well, I mean, this is clearly just a mercenary organization. You realize that, right?
You behave much like a mercenary.
Do I? She,
Yes.
she
Right down
like
to the
thinks
drinking.
back to it, and now she's thinking really hard, and she's like, "Wait, I do. Am I a mercenary? I think I might be." She starts like wandering off, like muttering to herself about whether or not she's a mercenary.
See, it's not just setting the record straight. I also specialize in sudden epiphanies.
I love that. That's lovely. Oh, I'm so excited. I think this was a good huddle, the start of many, I'm sure. Weird turns around and goes, I will sign the necessary paperwork to sign my team up. We're currently unnamed. We're workshopping it.
We're workshopping it. Okay.
No, that's not our name.
Oh. Okay.
We're workshopping our name. We haven't decided our name yet.
We're
Oh,
the
I just-
workshop.
Stop.
The workshop. Is that what
No,
you
no, no,
want?
no, 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 no. That's
Undecided?
Not our name.
I should just put undecided.
Undecided is good.
All right. The undecided. It's a
Undecided.
placeholder. We need something. It's a legal thing.
I'm sure there's like a form we can sign when we come up with a name that, will bring hope to people.
Yeah, yeah. So before we sign up, there are a lot of amazing benefits, obviously, but we need money to run this thing. We do get a little bit of a finder's fee from these. You won't really see much of that. We're just going to be charging your clients a little bit extra. You know how it is, so that we can make sure we're getting money. So you'll be okay there.
Well, wait, wait. How much is it? And since we got this job, and she holds up the blood cube, before joining, I want that full price up front.
So, with this quest, I can get into the details. I mean, you signed up, but so with that, you will be getting the 2,000 gold up front. That's an upfront payment, and that will it's basically to like sign you on for the thing. And upon job completion, you will get an additional 7,000. So it is a
7,000 per person or 7,000 as a team.
as a
Then
team.
have to split. Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I mean, I wish I had the chance to tell you what the job was before you slapped your hand on it, but I'll run you through right now. There has been an issue with people showing up with many gray shaded robes, amulets that have 5 parts to them, like a mask made out of 5 masks, and just general stuff. This group, this cult of chaos, is what a lot of people are calling them. They've been causing a lot of troubles for everyone. So that's it's looking into this, traveling to the town of Greenest. That's on the border of the Arcanium.
So, Kratok is going to pull out the amulet he found and take a look at that.
Oh, wow, you have one. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I see. So, we've actually taken care of one of these members.
Oh,
Yeah, he exploded.
In self-defense.
Spontaneously.
right.
We were
He did
defending
not
ourselves.
explode in self-defense. Like, I just like exploded on the deck of the boat, and then we murdered the thing that came out of it.
I'm glad I work a desk job. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so
perhaps we could get a, sort of bounty for this?
well, I can set something up. So with the Zerithian Doom Cube, it's going to be connected to this goblin friend here. She'll be able to adjust it so that you can talk to your employer. So I'll just show you it here. You want to twist the top one here. It's basically like a Rubik's cube. She starts twisting it, and it's very easy sequence of twists, and then you see this Rubik's cube starts growing and adjusting in size, and it has like a little screen in the middle. So then you're
Oh, that's cool. It's a folding tablet.
yeah. So it's when you're ready, you can adjust it.
Neat. It's just,
And then
it
you
just
can
starts twisting it.
So if you if you adjust this thing and you want to mess around with it a little bit, have fun with that. I don't know if there are other features of this cube. I don't really have one
Yeah,
myself.
some apps.
Yeah, download something on there, maybe a fun little tower defense game. But you
Flappy
should,
Bird.
yeah, you should be able to use this just pressing onto the screen, and it should connect you with your employer, and you can talk to them whenever you wish.
Cool.
Thank you. You have been most helpful. Thank you for getting us signed up, and we hope you do not get fired.
Now that I have you signed up as the undecided, I think I'll be okay.
So
What was your
wonderful.
name?
Willow.
Willow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I need-
Willow, where do I collect my money?
I actually have it here. There's a little safe here I have. And so she reaches down below, and you hear like a few little cogs and clicks, and you see Willow takes this sack of 2,000 gold and just like puts it down on this front table. So this is the 2,000 up front that the client left with us. I believe your client is, what is their name? I don't actually have anything listed here. I'm sure they'll talk to you if you want to get that settled. Do you need any accommodations? Do you need a place to stay?
Please.
Yes.
TK like sniffs her armpit and is like, yeah, probably use some.
We do have showers set
Need-
up.
Need the triple B. Bath, booze, and bed.
Well, that's pretty much what our package covers, so that works out really well.
That's like great. Okay, well. Wait, what name do you have me under? Or is this just a group name thing?
I have Blood Cube Goblin.
Cool. I guess that's perfect. Just call me BCG.
So okay, we got BCG. I have Bird Bard. I don't have a name. If you
Call
have
me Kratok.
Kratok on there.
Yes.
I have person who wears many clothes.
My name is Glyph.
Glyph. Okay. Oh, we already have Alora. And you, my tiefling friend.
Yes. My name is Weary.
Weary.
Yes.
All right, so we got everything set up here. You're all signed up as a part of the Adventurers Guild. Here are your pins. Alora, you can still just use the pin you have. And you see these pins, they look similar to the currency of the Arcanium. They have each of the symbols of the different schools of magic in the corners of this shape that has the 8 sides that I totally know. And so they set that down, and they also set down like a few little keys, and like so this will access the rooms. There's some rooms in the back for you. The numbers are on the keys.
Thank you. Again, you have been most helpful. I do have a question. The guard we spoke with said that you have people who work on and repair these automatons, like the rabbit.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Well, there is a kobold gentleman at the back. His name is Bizarrio. Very, very fun person, if you don't mind sparks and violent explosions. But he's a great person, and he'll help you out with any automata needs. Do you all have one? Do you have an automata that you use to help you travel along?
I would like to build one at some point, so I might stop by.
Oh, wow.
Just a small one to assist me with alchemical work.
Of course. That's impressive.
Liv kind of turns at that and makes a mental note that Weary might know how to fix the Tom-Toms. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Bizarrio.
Sorry.
It's just be careful, like knock when you go into his room. It's in the back. You'll hear usually like a buzz saw or something back there. It's you'll know he's there.
Buzzsario.
Yeah, it's Buzzario.
Okay.
Yeah, TK is just going to take her key and her cut of the gold and waddle on off.
And we have 5 of you, so I believe you're each getting 200? No.
400.
400. I can math. I
Math.
know mathematical things. So you each get your 400 gold pieces, and as you're going to the back, TK, you can hear the buzzsaw in the back, just like echoing through. But when you open up the door, you see the room's actually it's pretty nice. It's got like the bed set up. There's actually a couple beds in here, and there's like a basin of water. There's like a pitcher off to the side that's filled with some wine. It's a relaxing temperature as you step in, and there is an area in the back for like public baths.
TK is just going to peel off this armor that is just soaked through with road grime and BO. Take off like her jumpsuit that she's wearing underneath of that, which is also just filthy at this point. And like at this point, it's revealed that one arm of her armor just doesn't come off, and that's because the whole thing seems to be fused into her body on account of it being a Magitech mushroom arm. Just kind of stretch, butt naked, and march on out to the baths.
Yeah, this happened in like mere seconds. It did not take.
Yeah, no, she's been stuck in that armor for like 2 months.
You hear there's like a little buzzer that's going on, and there's like a little, you see this automata that's like marching forward. They have this basin that's like attached to their chest, and they have these long clawed arms, and it's marching towards the area that is the room that TK went in, saying, "Dirty armor detected."
Oh, well, that's nice. I was gonna sit there and polish that stuff up myself. That thing better know how to handle mushroom armor.
Let's hope for the best there. The rest of you, what are you all doing as you're here at this Adventurers Guild, and it seems that chaos has subsided a little?
I'm wondering if I should talk to Bizarrio tonight or like in the morning. Glyph needs to talk to Bizarrio.
I think Weary would be going regardless. So if Glyph would like to join and then like talk to Bizarrio after, right after Weary leaves, that might be a way to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then Glyph will say something like, Weary, if you also make machines, perhaps you would like to meet Bizarrio.
Oh, yeah. I can't say it's my greatest skill, but I'm hoping to work something sort of melding living material and a little bit of, kind of metal as the base. It's going to be a whole alchemy thing. I'm still working out the issues, but yeah, no, I think it would be nice to see somebody else at work. Do you have an interest in alchemy as well?
Alchemy, machines, steamwork. It's all very interesting. Very.
So, yeah. Well, then in that case, let's go see if, I hope they're not too busy.
So
Okay,
yeah, we'll go and towards the buzzsaw noise.
And how about you, Alora and Kratok? What are you up to?
I'm gonna follow to go see Bizarro as well. Not wanting to be left alone in an adventurers guild.
That's fair.
Alora, I kind of just end up going off to my room and just sort of napping.
It has been quite a day.
I'm not a runner. I am tired.
The room is incredibly comfortable as you fall back on one of these beds. You have used the services of the Adventurers Guild a few times, and you just know that everything is kept up to a good standard because they want people to just to have a good quality of life while they're still alive, because adventure mortality is rough. So they're like, hey, while you're earning us money, here's a nice bed and some other things for you to keep you going a little longer. And so you lay down, and when you close the door too, you suddenly can't hear the buzzsaw. It's nice and quiet in there. And the three of you go back to where Bizarro is located, and you hear the buzzsaw coming from the door, and you give it a quick knock, and you hear,
What
Perfect.
a pleasant singing voice.
Grating. I think Weary just like gently opens the door and peeks in.
you see there is this kobold man. He has a lot of like scars all over his face. He has these big welding goggles on. You see there are two sort of like almost ooze-like arms coming out of like this backpack on its back that are reaching and grabbing things for him, while he had this buzzsaw that he was trying to cut this immense piece of metal. He looks over, he goes, "Wow, this is cool. Who are all you people? Are you bringing me stuff to cut up? You got money?"
Wait, did we still have the rabbit, or did the
No,
guard take...
they asked for it back at the Adventurers Guild. You could still have it if you want.
Yeah, let's say we brought the rabbit back.
Oh wow, look, its neck is so messed up. Yeah, I can cut that right off and just put on a new one.
Oh.
Set it down.
Oh. I'm enjoying your energy.
Woo! Yeah, I have so much caffeine going through my veins. I need to work and I can't sleep, and it's good.
Okay.
Oh, we were told this was stolen, so we were returning it.
Did you steal it?
No.
No.
It's fine if you did. I steal sometimes. Like, that looks good. Take.
No. That's not what I do.
Can't steal people though. Yeah. That's why I have this tattoo. And he shows this this tattoo that's on his chest, and it says can't steal people. Yeah, learned that the hard way. I had to really teach myself.
An out of character question: is it upside down so that he can look down and read it
No, not at all.
to remind himself? Okay.
No, but it is right for a mirror. So if he had a mirror, it would be good for him.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I wasn't sure if it was a reminder or a warning.
It's a little bit of both. No more stealing people.
Well, that is fascinating. Do you mostly work in metallurgy or
Now,
have you
yeah,
branched out?
yeah, now.
Now?
Mm.
Wait, does that mean you worked on other things before?
Oh yeah.
Oh. And your backpack, how did you make that? With the goo arms.
Do you remember when I said no more stealing people?
Oh, is that what's left of the person?
Oh yeah, no. Wow. Woof. So like I used to steal people and make things.
Oh.
But the Adventurers Guild, they said, "Hey, we'll look past it if you help us fix these machines."
I'm so disappointed in TK's ear. She would love this guy.
I am banned in 18 out of 20 kingdoms.
Wow. No wonder I haven't heard of you. You know what?
Still allowed in the wilds, though.
That's, besides the horrible moral quandaries of your research, I'm sure you have so much to teach.
Well, yeah. Hey, you know what? That way you don't have to learn the hard way like I did with so many bodies, and instead I could just impart my wisdom onto you. That's science right there.
Oh, I know. I'm for the first time since I've arrived in town, I'm less anxious Well, I'm still anxious, but I'm less normal anxious and more excited anxious.
That's fantastic. You all came back here though. Is it just to learn how to how to put together people?
Well, I have an interest in alchemy, and I thought that would be interesting. But I'm sure everyone else has questions. I can always come back whenever we're all finished up. But does
Mm.
it have to be people for the goo arms?
You could make a few like elementals or something work too if you want to like bind
Ooh.
them.
I'm actually working
Bind
on
them
something
again.
like that. And where he takes out like a little blueprint of what appears to be like a little mechanical like fish creature with a core that is like a like kind of like bound water elemental.
Oh yeah, we could definitely make this happen. Yeah, this
Oh,
that water elemental will be sealed in there for life. Yeah,
oh, that's amazing.
yeah, it
Actually,
is.
I was hoping one of the things I need is a gem to kind of focus the material. If you had one available, I would like to purchase it from you.
Let's see. Bloodstones. What the? Oh, that's my mom. No. All right, here we go. Yeah, this one's
Oh,
empty. Wait. He holds it up to the light. Yeah, this one's empty. Yeah.
oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Oh, that's exactly what I need.
I used it earlier today, so you're good.
Oh, how much do I owe you?
Just 100 gold will be fine, and take it off my hands.
Here, absolutely. Thank you so much. And Weird just kind of takes the gem and like shakes it a little bit to make sure there's nothing in there.
Yeah,
And goes,
it
oh,
kind of like it has this almost like swirling energy inside, like it's very much set up to be a vessel, but it's empty.
oh, you know what? This is lovely. Thank you so much, Glyph. Once I figure out the full schematics, I can show you how I'm going to draw a little circle into the plane of water and kind of channel out this elemental. Just put it in there. It's going to be really fun.
Rip them
You
from
can
their
watch too.
home
We can
and
talk.
slam them into a new one.
Yeah, but they don't have object permanence in between, or so my research has led me to believe. So it's really like a new person.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm imagining them like happily talking,
Just
and Glyph is like staring off into the middle distance, like I am not letting this kobold touch me. Like,
So you had some questions for me? Yeah. Did you other two? He goes and he reaches for this can to drink it, and he's like, and tries to put it down like normally, like he totally meant to do that. You have any questions?
we did just want to return the rabbit. Are you the only machinist who works in Port Divinarium?
Yeah. There's a few others out there. There's a lot in Evocatia, and Transmudia has a fair amount. They have fighting rings and stuff in Transmudia, so there's a lot of people there. Do any of you have water? I just swallowed a lot of oil.
Oh, I have some. If you
Thank you.
here.
And my bird friend, are you looking for anything in particular?
No, I'm just here to hang out with my newfound friends.
Well, that's lovely.
Yes.
So you three are enjoying this talk with he's still a
Glyph's not
convicted
enjoy-
felon. So
Glyph's not enjoying this talk.
yeah. So this person is going into some pretty hardcore details, but over TK, you are in the baths, you are relaxing, and things are good. This cube actually has been floating around your head. Like it doesn't seem to leave you alone. You've used your powers to push it away. You've used your powers to hold it down, stuff like that. But it always like comes back, and it's almost like playfully floating around you. Every so often, when you're like washing yourself, it'll like hit you in the side of the head and then like swirl around quickly. Like it seems like it's an intelligent item that enjoys your attention.
TK is starting to regret not grabbing someone else's hand and putting it on it. So she snatches it out of the air, and just like glares at it. It's like, what do you want?
You just see like the things shift a little bit, and it just makes like a pleasant humming sound.
Do you want me to turn you on? Open you up? What?
Yeah, it makes another pleasant humming sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's sitting in the bed, just
Does the
pops it
twist?
open.
So it opens up into this like tablet-esque mode as it's now just in front of you.
And now what? Just she's like staring at it and then just pokes it in the middle.
You poke it in the center and you watch as like the screen itself almost becomes like a liquid. You watch it like touches the tip of your finger and like it goes up in these little veins until it reaches your knuckle. Then you feel these piercing parts just cut right into your finger as suddenly your eyes, if anybody was in this bath with you, just go completely white and you look up. And to you, though, you are standing naked in this very beautifully decorated study, large bookshelves and everything. And there's this really suave gentleman turns around and goes, "So you must be the holy shit!" and just like drops their drink onto the ground. And that's where we'll call today's episode.
Wow.
So did you all have fun today?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
This town has like layers of nonsense, and I'm delighted at everything that we uncover.
Oh, this is the stuff so that I can get you used to my DMing, so that when we come to the later parts, it's okay. Yeah,
I was like, oh, there's gonna be some like old wizard or elf or like somebody who knows who's a machinist, and it's Bizarrio.
Bizarrio. No more stealing people.
Weary, if
Ray,
Weary
by the
can
way.
make that backpack without killing a person, Weary would make that backpack because it's very cool.
You know what? As an adventurer, sometimes a few people die. Like,
Oh my god,
You might as well use them.
no!
Like, what's the big deal?
a real
'Cause
person would use every part of the human.
Because I'm
Uh-huh.
picturing.
Waste.
I'm trying to not break the 3 laws of alchemy or whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't just rewatched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood last week. I guess in general, I think they remind me of the in Spider-Verse, the tendrils that Lady Doc Ock has in the
Oh,
other universe.
yeah.
Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm like, I kinda
Very,
like
very
this.
much so. It's like it's
Really
somewhat
cool.
integrated with what they want, but also it has like a very partial VI that like it can do automated tasks.
Because I'm thinking most of the alchemy is going to kind of be water based for Weary, so it would be fun to have little water hands.
Oh, that's super cool.
That's cool.
Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed our little race, and thank you everyone for popping by. We managed to conquer technical difficulties again, and I really have a good feeling that on the 4th try, we won't have any. I ordered a new graphics card, so hopefully...
Say that.
Yeah, I know, right? No, what have I done? And we have captions now that have made me look like I'm saying some weird things every now and then, but at least we have this somewhat going. But let's go through with a sign off, and if you have anything you want to promote or anyone else you want to promote, by all means do so. So I have been your GM. You can find me. I man the Ballad of the Seven Dice Twitter. We also have a podcast, The Ballad of the Chosen Few, where we are recording wise, we're getting near to the end of it, but I actually have been working on for like a month a crazy audio drama episode that's going to be released hopefully on Monday. So look forward to that if you see me posting about it. And even if you haven't heard the show, you could still hop in and listen to it. How about you, Ian?
You can find. Hi everyone. You can find me on Twitter. Unless I'm muted. Okay, no, I'm not. You can find me on Twitter at Ian_Caliente. I will mostly be posting Hades fan art when I see it or retweeting it, as the case may be. I do run my own games on the side, so shout outs to my home D&D party. We haven't played in person in a long time, but I miss them dearly, and we had a really great session yesterday, so I just wanted to shout them out in case they listen to the episode at some point. But that's all I got for this week.
Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants, where I screech about being a music educator in the middle of this Panera. It's driving me nuts. I live in Texas. We just got over this whole chaotic mess that is the weather. I don't really have anything else to plug and hype out except this, so that's usually where you can find me, is doing that and screeching support at my friends. So be my friend so I can screech at you.
Jess.
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter, but I do have an art Instagram. It's art_fantastical. But I do want to give a shout out to my friends' YouTube live play D&D show. They are Dice Goblin Gaming. Their current campaign is called Tales of the Terminally Fae. I did some artwork for them. It's just really fun. They dress up in costumes and do character interviews, and you get their live reactions as they play. Well, it's not live because it's on YouTube, but it's fun. So I want to give them a shout out. So yeah, that's all I've got to plug.
Awesome. Eve.
You can find me on Twitter at Copper Harpy. That's copper as in the metal, harpy as in the bird monster. And you could check out the other show that I'm in, Brits on Bikes. And I am working on a different show that maybe one day I will actually sit down and edit and release. Oh, and occasionally I'll be game streaming on here, this same channel. So
yes,
keep an eye out for that.
We will be setting up the schedule to be a lot more thorough on that. I know we've missed a few times, but we'll get a lot better on that. Don't you worry. And Jason.
Yeah, I'm Jason. I don't do a whole lot on social media, but I play Draxir, the Dragonborn Artificer, in the other campaign Lucas mentioned, The Ballad of the Chosen Few.
Thank you once again, everyone, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday as our heroes will learn what it is they exactly signed themselves up for. All right, thanks you, everyone.
Bye.
Ta-ta.